Hey guys, it's Elise Jerome here. Thanks for coming back to my channel. Today I am going to do not necessarily like a Halloween themed look, but more of like a Halloween inspired look. I love glitter, and so I thought I'd incorporate some glitters and some corally oranges and blacks and see how it goes. When I do a look like this, I am going to start with my eyes first. I like to use tape. You can use Scotch tape. I have this roll of Sephora collection tape. I think it's like $6 and it lasts forever. And so I'll just take a couple pieces of that. Sorry, turning my background music down, which is Jere y McComb, by the way. Check him out on all forms of music streaming sites. You can thank me later. I just peeled the tape off, and right up under the lash line, A, it just looks cool, and B, it catches like any fallout and helps you keep a really crisp line. It's super helpful when you're doing mascara or eyeliner. I mean, and you want them like similar angles if you can. Okay. Take my tried and true trusted MAC paint pot in soft ochre. Rub between my fingers and all over my lids. And I'm going to use my Ulta finishing powder and a beauty sponge to set. I'm going to set it a little bit heavier just because I am going to be working with bolder colors and glitter. Are you guys excited for Halloween? Like I like Halloween, but I don't get crazy. I bought candy to hand out. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles mug. Yes, it is. I love it. Okay, so for this look, I am going to go in with the Huda Beauty, the Smoky Obsessions, the little mini palette. I love them. I think they're great for travel. You can do a ton of looks with them. And they have a little mirror, so that's nice. And I'm going in with this transition shade. And I am going to buff that kind of big and blown out all along my crease with just a big fluffy brush. This is a Sedona lace brush. One day I'll figure out how to not make awful faces when I'm putting on makeup or blending, but it's probably not going to be anytime soon. So after that, I am going into the another palette out I was going to use. Oh, the Huda Beauty, the Electric Obsessions, into that orange color because it's gorgeous and I love it. And you don't have to be scared of bold colors. If you just use a really light hand and a fluffier brush like this Royal and Langnickel and just get a little bit on there. Tap it off so you don't have very much at all. Keep a light hand, and as soon as you feel the contact with your skin, start kind of buffing it in those big circles or windshield wiper motions. Really, I do both because that's what I'm comfortable with. You do whatever you're comfortable with. If this, the little swirls, works for you, do it. There is no problem with that. If the windshield wiper works for you, do that. I busted that teal out. I'm not making myself look very good. I'm looking like I'm pretty hard on palettes. I'm not. I take them when I travel, and things happen. It is what it is. It's nothing against the shadows. I love these shadows. I like all the Huda Beauty. The original palette, the rose gold one. Let me see what the name of it is. It's not Yeah. Yeah, the rose gold palette. It's not my favorite. It's got a lot of good stuff in it, but not my favorite. I'm gonna go back in and kind of build that orange color up a little bit. Now this is slightly more corally than I'm looking for, but that's okay. I'm gonna go brighten it up in a second. And see how easily that is stayed light and blown out, even though it is, I mean, you can see it in the palette. That's a really bright color, but it doesn't have to come off on your eye that way. I'm gonna take a MAC 224, go into that yellow super lightly, and just hit those edges. And I mean, there is minimal product on there, but you can just see it just gives it that tiniest little twinge. Like, that's how much yellow is on. Can you even really see? You can't, because there's just that little. And this is again why I use the tape, because if I'm doing something more dramatic like this, I will take the colors out further, and I want that kind of guideline. I am going to now dip into the Morphe 35U. I think it might be discontinued. I don't remember, honestly. Morphe has so many palettes, and they are all so good. This one has a bunch of fun colors, and I am going to go into this orange on the end and really kind of warm this up and make it a little bit more of that orange rather than the coral. And I'm going in with a Morphe R39 brush. It's even just a little bit smaller, but that's okay. And because I'm using glitter, I don't overly care about keeping the color off of my lid itself. Quite honestly, this look is going to have a lot of color to it. This is the song that I danced with my dad and my biological father to at my wedding, because I am a product of a mixed marriage or mixed home, and you know what? It works well. I am a lucky person, and I really couldn't have asked for it to go any better than it has. My dad adopted me when I was 4.5, 5, and my biological father has nothing but respect for my parents. He addresses them as my parents, and honestly, I call them both dad because they both play a role in my life. I'm going in with a slightly smaller AOA Studio E112. Still in that orange color. I just want to build up that crease a little bit. Okay, I'm going to set this palette off to the side. We're not going to talk about what's in my cup. I'm lame, it's coffee. Black Rifle Coffee, veteran-owned company. My entire family was military. My husband is former military. I'm a huge supporter of any veteran-owned company. Black Rifle Coffee is amazing. And I drink coffee all day long. I don't think you should, but I do. So, going in with my Glamour Dolls whale brush into the Smoky Obsessions, into that black, and I am just, I'll show you guys, barely going in and tapping the brush, get the excess off. Especially with blacks, they can go so wrong so fast. Start small, use a tiny little bit and such a light hand, barely touch. You can barely see any color. And this is this is black. And I will start, again, I use the tape as a cheat guide. I'll set it kind of on the tape and kind of just press it. And then ever so gently fan it out. Really like you're drawing a big fan. Everything comes back to this point out here. And you can start to see this V forming. I mean, it's really rough right now, but you can see it start to form. And then I'm just gonna continue to build this up. And normally, I know on a lot of YouTubers, they'll fast forward through this part, but I'm not going to because I want this to be more in-depth and for you guys to see really how little it takes. Like, I'm not building up any more than that. That's how I'm leaving it. And I'm going to go back into that Morphe palette, into that orange with the Royal and Langnickel brush, and I'm gonna soften this line up on top. This line right here on my lid, I don't care about. That can stay rough. That's being covered by glitter. But up here where there's not going to be glitter, I want it to blend. Take that brush that I applied the black with and kind of go between that and that big fluffy brush and really smooth out those edges. I'm gonna take that huge Sedona lace brush and go into that, the yellow that's in this palette. I know I'm being super extra, bouncing back and forth between the yellows. You don't have to do that. You can use the Huda Electric Obsessions palette for your orange completely. You don't need to bounce back and forth between all these palettes like I'm doing. This is just what I choose to do because that's how I want this to look. My coffee addiction is real. So for glitter, if you are like me and you love glitter, there are two companies that I really, really recommend. NYX and MAC make great glitters as well, but Violet Voss, these tubs are huge. Glitter will last you forever. Don't buy craft store glitter. Get cosmetic grade because you're putting it on your eye and that can be super risky. The other one is, let me get one with out of sticker. Lit Cosmetics, they're a Canadian company. They have, I think I have probably 15 of them. All of mine are the number 2. It's a kind of a more micro glitter. Their glitter base, I swear by it, it is by far the best I have ever used. I think it's $12. I wear a lot of glitter. This is still so full. So to get this color to really pop and punch up orange, I am going to go into this, it's actually a blush palette from NYX or NYX, however you want to say it. And I am going into this top orange color with, where is my, this is a Stila, it just says 5 brush. I have had it for years. And I'm going to lightly over my lid place that orangey corally color down. Just to give yourself a little bit of base. And then I'm going into that Lit Cosmetics glitter glue. Too Faced makes a great glitter glue too, but this is just my go-to and comes with a little brush. And I dip the brush straight down into the liquid, wipe the excess off. Tap down to pick up some glitter. Tap that glitter onto your eye. I'll kind of pat out the sides with my finger just to ease it up a little bit. And I'm just going to over the top with my finger. My finger is dry. Like I said, your girl likes glitter. So let's go ahead and punch that up. Any glitter glue, I don't care how high quality it is, how nice it is, you need to give it a minute or two to dry. So while that is drying, I'm gonna go back into the Smoky Obsessions palette, into that black with that whale brush, and just ever so slightly tap that kind of transition area in the middle. That way everything kind of, I mean, it doesn't have to perfectly blend because it's glitter in a matte shadow, so it doesn't need to be perfect, just kind of blends a little bit better. Coffee break. There's no cream, no sugar. It's just black. And before you think I'm not, it's their just black blend, and I mean, it literally tastes like it was developed and created to just be drank straight. I'm sure it actually was. It's so good. So good. So after a little while, your glitter is probably, you can kind of touch lightly with your fingers if you want to. And I mean, you don't want glitter coming off all over your fingers. It doesn't have to be completely solid. Y'all know what I'm already using. This Essence eyeliner pen. This, with glitter, you can't really drag over glitter. You kind of just have to more tap. And you get to see the beauty of using tape as a cheat for your eyeliner. My email address is in my description, and I've had some questions emailed to me. The one that I've gotten a few times, so I figured I'd go ahead and address, is if you're married, why don't you wear a ring when you're doing your makeup? I don't like to. I use my hands. I'm really super into it, and I just feel like I have to take my ring off and clean it, so I just don't wear it. And I love my ring. My ring is gorgeous. I love my husband. I don't need a ring to know I'm married. I think marriage is a commitment with inside yourself and to your partner, not a piece of bling. To be perfectly honest, to wear a calo ring, one of those silicone ones most of the time anyways. Look how clean that line is. I mean, you still get a myth on your face, but that's okay. I am taking that e.l.f. makeup eraser pen, kind of just doing that, and I know I said it in one video, but I always keep a washcloth on my lap to wipe off excess and kind of clean up my brushes. And I'll just kind of go and gently clean that up. I am going to use false lashes because, I mean, it's glitter. You go a little extra for glitter. And I'm using the Ardell Double Up Black 207. How I put on lashes is probably not technically correct, but it's what I do. So take a little bit of, it's the Duo Black or Dark Tone Glue. Just get a tiny little bit of glue. and rub it right along the band. So, I mean, you don't need very much at all. Let that sit. While that sits, I will curl my lashes. And there is no right or wrong. I put on my mascara before I put my lashes on. I think everybody's different, and it might even be different depending on looks. I was watching a Kelly Strack video today. I don't know if that's how you say your name. If that's not how you say it, I really apologize. And she put her mascara on afterwards. I can't do that. It does not work for me. I will rip my lashes off, but that works for her, and that's awesome. There is nothing wrong with that. And once the glue is kind of tacky, I will look down and just set it on top of my lashes right in the middle. And then I use my fingers and I go in and touch the edges to the edges. Should be easier if I used tweezers, but guess what? I can't find my tweezers right now, so my fingers it is. And let's get some glue on this bad boy. And I mean, you can see I'm just tiny little bit. To me, lashes are one of those things that can completely just complete a look or destroy it. Your eyes could look great and then you put on too thick of lashes, and I know some of you are like, there is no such thing as too thick of lashes, and I understand that. I really do. I have some that are so thick. I had coworkers be like, are you trying to fly away, girl? Like, no. I'm just being a little extra. There we go. I have been wearing lashes for a long time, so it's a little bit easier for me to do. They're quicker for me, and they don't bother me. If you don't wear them very often, start lightly. I really love the Ardell, the Wispies, and it's super easy because if you hold the packet like this one goes on this side and this one goes on this side. Alright, I am going to go in with strobe cream from MAC. Yeah, this is not a colored one, it's just the original strobe cream. And use that to prime my skin. I love strobe cream. Oh, it's just one of my favorite things ever. Where'd my foundation go? Oh. The Flower Beauty Light Illusion All Day Wear in Nude L3. We're going to go a little bit more full coverage, so we'll go full pump, full pump. Full pump on my forehead and a half a pump on the chin and a little dot on the nose. This brush is Collab. You can find it at Sally's. I think it's developed by either influencers or makeup artists. I'm not entirely sure. But, I mean, it's an amazing foundation brush. I take my foundation all the way down my neck just to make sure everything is blended. Got some dewy going here. I am going to go in with the ColourPop No Filter Concealer in Fair Neutral. And we're going to really go in today with the concealer. This is an AOA Studio blender. This blender is $1, you guys. $1. And it's got it pointed in. I use this flat end to set my powders or set my cream makeup. And the pointy end I use to get in there and beat out everything. Look how amazing that ColourPop concealer is, like just all that attention right there in the center of my face. I am going to take the Makeup Revolution Conceal and Define in C13. And do a little bit of cream concealer only on my cheeks. I don't do the rest of it. It's too much for me. I take a Morphe Beauty blender or beauty sponge. Okay, I'm going back in with that Ulta mattifying powder, the flat end of that AOA sponge, and we are going to set all across my nose and under my eyes because your girl does not want this to move. And yes, I realize it's counterintuitive to use strobe cream and a light illusion foundation and then a mattifying setting powder. I don't care. It's what I like. It's the combo that works for me. You use what works for you. I'm also going to go over all of that with the Lancome Absolute powder. I have the color Absolute Pearl. I'm going to shake some of that down into the lid. Go in with that Morphe sponge. I just think this gives like a little bit more of a natural look to a full coverage foundation or a full coverage face, which let's face it, this is. And just kind of softens it and makes it not look so flat. Gives it just a little bit of life. Y'all already know. Sephora No. 4 Fiji Bronzer. And my Royal Align Nickel Brush. I'm here to tell you that I'm leaving. Ooh, girl, that contour. It's amazing what a difference just a little bit of cream contour will make. I'm going to go in and finish up my under eye. And I'm going to go back into that NYX blush palette. And I'm going to use I'm gonna use my Morphe. Nope. No. I'm gonna use my MAC 224. And just kind of lightly blow out that under eye. And then I'm going to go into the Electric Obsessions with an AOA E112 into that coral color. Really blow out that lash line. So that's still a little bit more on the coral side than I would like, but I've got the depth and the pigment in there that I want. So I'm going to go into that Morphe palette and into that orange with the whale brush and go back over it and just kind of warm it up a little bit, give it a little bit more of that orangey tone rather than so coral. And with my big Sedona lace brush into that yellow and just kind of soften these edges. I'm not coming back to what you do to me. And then my MAC Technical liner in Graph Black in that lower lash line. Jaclyn Hill got me started on this MAC Extended Play Giga Black Lash Mascara. I mean, she's just everything on YouTube as far as makeup goes. Then I saw her use this in a video and I was like, well, I'm trying that, and I have never looked back. It has been my go-to ever since. I have bought, I don't know how many disposable ones so I can use it on brides. Even though it's not waterproof, it is just that good. My Anastasia Brow Definer. It's almost out. It's kind of worrisome. Like, I just hope it doesn't run out mid-filming, because that'd be embarrassing. Even though this is a more bold eye look, I'm still not going to go in and do a crazy thick brow. I've told you guys once, I'll tell you again. I'm not a big bold brow person. It's just not me. Never has been. I mean, I guess that's a little bit of a lie. When I first found the brow pomade from Anastasia, you can find pictures on Instagram. Girl, her brows were rough. They were thick, and I mean, you know what? They were there. So, I mean, you could tell that I had them, but, ooh. And then my L'Oreal. I love this combo. The L'Oreal Brow Stylist Definer in brunette. Just to feather that front out a little bit. Sometimes you just gotta find that right song where you're like, yeah. Okay. I'm going back into that NYX palette to actually use it for blush this time. And I'm going into that coral shade. This is a great blush palette. I mean, you have so many different options, and I think it's like 17 or 18 bucks. Not bad at all. For highlight, I'm going in with Ofra Cosmetics Glazed Donut Highlighter. Ofra's highlighters, they're just, stop it. Those are so gorgeous. So gorgeous. And I'm going to go in with the Morphe R36. Just dust a little bit over. Stop it. I mean, that's like literally the definition of blinding. I realize that, yes, I have a studio light on me right now, but if you go out in the sunlight, like, that's gonna, you might actually cause an accident. You're gonna blind somebody. And crown pencil brush on the inner corner. And under that brow bone. 'Cause girl, why not? Oh. Yes, yes. You know what? I have little wimpy lips. It's okay. I am also just going to make this look super extra and super Halloween. And I'm going in with the J Cat Lipfinity Matte Lip Kiss Proof lipstick in black. Alright, you guys, I mean, Halloween's tomorrow, so if you're gonna go for it, you may as well go for it. I hope you guys enjoyed this. It was fun. It was glitter. I know it was really long, so thank you so much for staying with me. I'm just feeling myself right now. I hope you guys had fun. I did. And if you liked this video, please like, subscribe, share, do whatever. Leave me a comment. Let me know what else you guys want to see on here. I'm open to trying pretty much anything for you guys, makeup-wise. Don't get dirty. And yeah. Alright. Thank you so much. See you in my next video.